beautiful people, welcome back to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. I am a little over 75 pounds down. I have a little less than 125 to go. Welcome to a monthly update video. It has been a minute since I have done one of these and they're coming back with a vengeance. I am very excited to go over my routines, fitness, and food, score myself on how I did in January, and set goals for next month to review. Let's go. Let's talk about January. January was a good month. It was not the month I expected to have, but it was a good month. So my husband went back to work the first of the month, and so did everyone else who has traveled all over the United States and maybe even other places. Everybody came back to work. So of course, everyone's sick. I think it was maybe 6 days after he started showing symptoms and went and got tested and quarantined. I didn't ever really feel that sick. There were a couple days where I had flu-like symptoms. I was really tired. And so I just took that as I probably had it, and I just added that to time for me to quarantine. So we quarantined for a lot of the month of January, and we enjoyed spending that time together when he wasn't feeling really bad. It hit him really bad for him to be as healthy as he is and to have been vaccinated. Like, it hit him pretty hard. So that happened, and that wasn't great. And because that happened, I had signed us up to do a DECA, which is a fitness event. We didn't do it, and I didn't do any of my non-scale points of measure things. So I did still work out regularly and, you know, walking my babies regularly. Getting back to my point, I am bringing back my monthly reviews. I feel like I am in a good place to make consistent progress, whatever that progress looks like. Hopefully it looks like the scale going down a lot. But we are bringing it back, baby, and I did decide to add a few new things to it, and I am not putting measurements in this video specifically. I got a new measuring tape because I just can't find, there's a lot of things that I just wasn't able to find after we moved, and I think the measurements are different. I think the measurements on the other one, I think the inches were not inches. I think it was like longer. So I think the measurements from the first part of my journey are all wrong. Like, they're consistent, the same measuring tape. With this measuring tape, it's just a thing. So we're going to, but I have new starting measurements, and then next month we'll be going forward with the inches lost. Let's review January. So January, we're gonna do the routines, we're gonna do the food, we're gonna do the fitness, and we're gonna start with fitness as I don't know if I usually start with fitness or not, but it's at the top. So of the graphic that I used to design. So with fitness, I did not do any of my non-scale points of measure testing. I do want to continue to improve those. I am not adding like PRs into my non-scale points of measure on a regular basis, but I do want to share that I am so proud of myself for squatting and PRing for my squat, and doing a deadlift and PRing for my deadlift. So 285 for my squat, 305 for my deadlift. And with the squat specifically, I did 2 rep maxes, and then I did 1 for the video. So the 1 rep came after I had already done 2 reps. And so I don't know if that's even my 1 rep max, but I do know I am not comfortable going any heavier than that at this point. So could I? Probably. Pride it led me to do that because I had convinced myself that I had squatted 305 pounds, which never happened. So 285 was an accidental achievement, but I'm gonna take it. And I'm proud of myself, and I am going to continue to celebrate my wins. Let's move forward. So for fitness, January did not go the way that I wanted. I am happy with the way it went with my fitness stuff, but it did not. And I also did not lay out specific goals for these, so it was harder for me to grade myself. But I'm gonna give myself a B for fitness in January. I'm gonna give myself just, you know, a B. And points of improvement are consistently getting into the gym. So when we went back from quarantine, I'm like, oh, maybe I wanna work out at home. Maybe I wanna work out at the gym. I need to be consistent and have like a plan. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make the progress that I've been making. And so gotta go forward, be a little bit more structured. Now, part 2, the food. Food is always my entire journey. We get here and it's the same thing. I'm like, I suck at checking. Checking is the devil. And then I make like goals either around tracking or trying to do something instead of tracking. And in January, I committed to tracking and I did a really good job. Was it perfect? No, I would say I tracked really well, like 80-ish% of the time. And because of that, I'm going to give myself a B-. I also did some other things food-wise, like more planning. Instead of meal prepping with the idea that we're going to eat those meals like all up immediately, like for the week, instead of like meal prepping so that we had meals for dinner and lunch and all of that, I just have been doing generic meal preps and then they're there and then I just keep those stocked. So if my husband's hungry or if I'm hungry, he has meals and I have meals where we can just grab those and eat that. And then when they get low, I've been replenishing and that's been working really well. Instead of having like trying to do like 5 million different types of meals, just being simple, keeping it nice and simple. So B- for food this month. Routines, I'm just gonna give myself an F. Just gonna give myself an F. I want to go to bed at the same time and to wake up at about the same time every single day. And this has been a lifelong battle of not necessarily wanting to do that, because when I was a kid and growing up and stuff, it's not something I wanted to do, but I am a night owl and I also feel like I'm a morning person. So if I wake up early, I feel like I'm bright and happy and I feel like I have great days. But I also sometimes just stay up until like 3 a.m. and that messes up my life if I'm trying to wake up at 5 a.m. because then I'm not getting rest. So that specific thing didn't happen, but my point is that I want a regular sleep schedule. I want a regular cleaning schedule. I want to get scheduled. And so that's gonna be part of my goals for February. Let's see. And so routines, like I said, I'm giving myself an F because routine, period. I suck at routines. And not all routines, and I am being a little probably hard about this, but it is so important to me to have good routines, and yet the energy I give setting forth those routines, you would think it wasn't important to me at all. And because of that, I give myself an F and I deserve an F. So if I really want it, then I should be doing better things to get it than what I've been doing. So this month I'm not doing this, but I did buy this journal planner. I didn't know it was a journal planner, but it kind of is. So it says Law of Attraction Planner, and I just got it because of the way the weeks were structured. So it's got like the times and then it's got like you're breaking up parts. I just feel like it's very manageable for me. So I have ADHD, ADD, and it is very hard with the way my brain works to make connections, to take things from like a list to action. And so I feel like creating more actionable items and just simplifying is really going to help me. So that's the goal here. It's also something that I will be working with my counselor on a little more specifically. That kind of goes back to that desire to do and then actually following through. So managing my ADHD, the more routine I am, the easier it is. That is true my whole life. And where YouTube is that I could have a very strict routine, but I don't. It doesn't give me the structure to force it. And so I have to come up with that myself. I'm not complaining, but what I am saying is that I need help. And so that's something my counselor and I are working on, is that structure. So anyway, I love this planner, my whole point of bringing this planner up is that I noticed it has this really awesome, there it is, evaluation. Now, I haven't gone to a month where I've used it and like actually evaluated my month like this. I will be doing a reflect on the month section on these videos after this month. And I'll be like, my top 10 achievements. What did I learn this month? Distractions, mental blocks, fears. How did I make myself feel good? What did not happen? Why didn't it happen? People I learned from who inspired me. Actions I can take to improve. What are the greatest insights that I have gained over the past month? And then a series of other questions. I will answer that. The greatest insight I have gained over the last month. I truly believe that that is, I hold myself back by over coddling myself. I am so protective. I'm also very stubborn, and I limit myself based off of what I feel I can do safely. Now that's true when it comes to my knee and movement, and it also is true when it comes to my diet and pushing, and I want to do better with those things. I want to expand those boundaries, and I've been talking about that in a few videos recently. And it's not just that I want to, I'm going to. I am pushing myself outside of my comfort zone and expanding my boundaries. And I'm excited to do that. And I think someone commented this actually, and it's also something I had seen in This Is Us, that show, where it's like, name like the absolute worst thing that could happen and name like the best thing that could happen, and just kind of look at it. So like if you have a difficult decision or you're trying to overcome a challenge, like, and you're trying new things to get there, you know, what's the best thing and what's the worst thing that could happen? And also, what's the worst thing that can happen if you do nothing? If you stay the same and do nothing, well then, you know, fast forward 10 years, you'll be exactly where you are. And that is one thing that is the main thing that inspires me to share my journey. I have been doing the same things for my whole life, and I've detailed that in videos, and I was done. I was done repeating the cycle. And while this has been a super long journey and will continue to be one, the stable calmness that I feel about my results and the confidence that I have that I am going to get there, like I am getting there, that is the most powerful thing. And my way is not the way that I'm doing things. It's not going to work for anyone else. I am literally just sharing my journey, and it's not perfect. It's far from. It is a forward progressing journey. I am constantly moving the needle forward, even if it's small, even if it's unacceptable to, you know, other people online. I am doing what I need to do to live my best, healthiest, and brightest life, and I'm doing the work to figure out what those things are. And you should do the work to figure out what you need to do to achieve your goals, how you need to talk to yourself, what motivates you, what diet works for you. And if someone tells you they have the plan for you, maybe they do, but maybe they don't. It's up to you to do the work to figure it out if that works for you. And it's up to me to do the work for myself. And that's what I'm doing. All right, beautiful people, let's look at our results. So my highest weight was 352.8 pounds. My current weight for this video, so my weight at the end of January, so on January 26th, was 277.1 pounds. I am not doing these with weigh-in Wednesday anymore, so that's a little different. Normally this is like a weigh-in section, and this time it's not a weigh-in section. So that's just a small change that I'm making going forward, that this would be the way, so it's the way. So in my journey, I am 75.6 pounds down. This month, I started the month, December 29th, I weighed in at 282.1 pounds. So that's a loss of 4.9 pounds. So a little less than 5 pounds. And so a little less than 5 pounds. I feel like since September, my body has shifted and changed. My body composition just keeps changing. It's really weird. I feel like a cartoon character or something. Like, it's like I'll wake up and like this side of my face will be smaller and then this side of my face, like it's really weird. And I know like I'm hyper aware because it's me, it's my body. So hopefully other people don't see those small weird things, but like literally like one side of my stomach will change and then the other side change. It's interesting and weird and exciting. Let's look at the side-by-sides. Hello, welcome to my channel, Wake Up Bright. I'm April Lauren and I'm on a journey to lose 200 pounds. I am a little over 75 pounds down. I have a little less than 125 to go. And this is my favorite part of doing the monthly videos, are these side-by-sides. I love looking at the comparisons, and at this point in my journey, I just have so much footage. This coming Friday, I'm gonna have a video kind of reintroducing myself and also kind of looking back through past workouts and things like that, because I have a long way to go, but I've come a long way, and it is so evident to me when I look at this footage, when I look at these side-by-sides. And these pictures, I always show my best angle, like from the very beginning. When you look at me, like my whole point is that before pictures don't have to be so sad. And I really wanted to cultivate self-love and self-acceptance while working towards becoming healthier, which means losing weight. I wasn't healthy at all. I was so unhealthy. And incrementally making small changes, I have transformed my life, and I am so proud of that. I am proud of my transformation so far, and there would be something wrong if I wasn't. And my goal has never been to merely lose weight or to lose weight aggressively fast. My goal is to lose weight in a way that I, myself, personally can maintain. That's the goal. That's what I've done. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And the confidence I feel when I say this makes me feel so powerful and determined and excited. All right, the last thing to do is to set forth goals for February. Let's talk my February goals. So in February, I am doing 75 hard, which I've already shared with you. I am also trying Lauren Gerardo's treadmill challenge. It's very similar to how I lost weight in high school. So in high school, my diet was very unhealthy, but I did a treadmill workout like every day almost, where I would put the incline all the way up. I walked at 4 miles per hour, and I did it for an hour, and I lost a lot of weight. All that to say, I'm trying Lauren Gerardo's treadmill challenge. It is the first time, that is a non-scale victory I didn't mention earlier. I can do 3 miles at an incline of 12 for 30 minutes. When I first got on the treadmill to start this, I really thought I wasn't gonna be able to hang, but I did. It definitely makes those calves burn. So, and I get very sweaty, especially in my garage. I get more sweaty in my garage than at the gym. I prefer doing it at the gym because the treadmills are more stable, but I am very excited to be trying that challenge, and you're welcome to do that with me if you'd like. And those are the main, I guess not main things, but those are some extra things that I'm doing, the 75 hard and Lauren Gerardo challenge. I'm going to set goal times for my 3 mile for time or my 1 mile for time. However, I do expect myself to do them this month. And then as far as DECA, I am doing another DECA towards the end of the month, and I want to improve by at least 5 minutes. I want 5 minutes off of my time, and more than that if possible. So in my mind, I want to do it in 24 minutes or less, but I feel like that's unrealistic. So we're gonna go with, I want a 5-minute improvement is my official goal. But low-key, I want to do it in 24 or less. So those are my February fitness challenges, or goals for myself, or both. As far as food, I am tracking my meals, and I am doing a few other things. I'm just not comfortable sharing what I'm doing, but I am eating all food groups and at a deficit, and I'm gonna continue going forward doing that and tracking my food. So I'm excited to be doing that, and I am really holding myself accountable to tracking and then following the plan that I have laid out for myself. So just doing what I'm doing, but more intentionally. And that is part of the 75 hard, was creating a diet and then sticking to said diet. So doing the dang thing. Something I did do in January, I don't think I mentioned this, but we did not eat out the entire month of January, and we are a little into February now, and I plan on us not eating out until we go out of town. So we will be going out of town for my husband. He'll have a Spartan race, and I imagine when we do that, we will eat out. But pretty much if we are in town, my expectation for myself is to not eat out. And that is just until further I decide, until I reevaluate and decide, but not on a whim. It can't be like a, oh, I really want sushi type of whim. It needs to be like planned out in advance. And I think that's the way I will just approach eating out. Like if we're gonna have a date night and it's gonna involve eating out, just need it planned, and yeah. So it'll be a part of my plan as opposed to just, you know, we're gonna eat out and then trying to figure out what's healthy and all of that jazz. So routines, I want to focus on waking up at the same time every day. And I feel like making myself wake up at the same time every day, no matter what, will help me go to bed at similar times. Also, I am limiting social media. So I won't be doing as many premieres on my videos, and I will be setting times that I respond to comments and then leaving it at that. I am going to limit watching YouTube to my treadmill time. On the treadmill, I can watch all the YouTube I want. But if I'm not on the treadmill, then I can't watch YouTube. That's my rule for myself this month. And also just kind of monitoring what makes me feel good, and if anything takes away my joy, I am firing it from my life. So I want to focus on regular scripture study and prayer in the morning as opposed to just open-ended all day. And I think that that will help me with waking up at the same time every day. It'll just help with consistency. Also, I'd really like to get a lot of the 75 hard tasks done in the morning. So before I really start the day, I have accomplished tasks. So I'm pretty excited to do that. That is going to wrap up my January update video. I've been thinking about doing a video kind of reviewing 2021. I know it's late to be doing that, but let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see that. I just feel like it's depressing. Like I feel like most of 2021 was a fight. It was a struggle, and it wasn't bad, but it's not somewhere where I want to go spend time and expend more energy. It already took so much energy from me. I feel like 2021 was a lot. So thank you for watching, and it makes me so happy that sharing my story and my struggles and my journey helps you on yours, or helps you live each day a little brighter. That's my goal. I want to share my journey so that you can see what works for me and what doesn't, and that you have the courage and the desire to figure out what works for you. I want you to feel like you're worth it. You're worth doing the work. I have spent a lot of my life not feeling worth it, and I always was. I am now. It's so important to do the work to figure out what we need as individuals in relationships, or what we eat, for fitness. Like, we're all so individual, and that's a wonderful, beautiful thing. It's a beautiful and amazing that we all have overlapping similarities and needs, but it's a beautiful thing that as alike as we each are, we're so different. And I will leave this video with you just saying thank you for being here. Thank you for sending me cards, and you know who you are. Thank you for my T-Rex calendar. I love it so, so much. I am working out a situation where one wall of my office is just all of the beautiful cards and letters that you guys have sent me. As I've been going through the ones that I recently got and ones that I've gotten in the past, it just overwhelms me. I will show y'all the wall when it gets done. It's gonna be behind me in a lot of videos anyway, but and I'm not showing anybody's names or anything like that, but just know you uplift me, you make my life better, and I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. And love you guys. Let's rock February together. Let's make February such a strong month. Let's make it the best month so far on our fitness or wellness or health or weight loss journeys, or the combination of all of those things. Let's make February amazing. I love you, and I'll see you for Weigh-In Wednesday.